Right. You see God confirming hell, expanding to get ready to send. I'm not even gonna say like billions into hell. I'm just gonna say billions. Um Now look, just look at the screen. Look, first you see the number 6. You see the number 6. Now you see May 20th, right? 520, May 20th, right? And I'll explain all this to you. Now remember, today's the 21st, Whit Monday, but it's still Whit is still Pentecost. And I keep telling you, I keep seeing the 525s. I see the 527s. And I don't think any of you are going to see what I'm trying to show you. I'm still going to explain this. But you have to understand where it says Gary, New Jersey. See, I sent that over from another email. But here's the deal. It shouldn't be saying 743. You understand? Like, even though that came over from another email, it should be, what I'm trying to tell you, it should actually have said the date. And it shouldn't be saying 743. Because you see how everything else goes AM, AM, AM. So that if that's 7:43 p.m., that's from a different day. Like it's the AM right now. It's barely, I don't even know if it's 6:30 yet. It's not even 6:30 AM yet. It's just early in the morning. But this should say the date. See, that should also say like the date it came over, just like the rest of them did. So even that number says 7 minus 4 is 3. See, I know it's numeral. I know I'm being spoken to, but my brain is fried. You saw all those videos I put down, and to put all those videos, I mean, they didn't even want to load. I had to keep doing it over and over. I didn't even know what those videos was gonna load that came on my channel. So I thank God for that. I was praying. I had all these people praying and everything. Um, so for anybody that is listening and follow me, all you have to do is just look at this. First, you see the number 6, and that's going to be the darkness. Just read Luke 23:43 to 43. That's the darkness, also called paradise. The 6th hour, the woman at the well at the 6th hour. John chapter 4, 6:11. The well is deep. Now that's the divine womb, the divine darkness, and that is 2 locations. It's, you could say, the presence of God or hell. And whoever sits on the throne of the temple, whether it's a literal throne in a literal building on earth, or whether it's a spiritual throne, like that is going to be heaven and hell. Now, I'm sure that number 743 has meaning. And then it said you might find yourself in the center of a conflict between 2. You see that? Heaven or hell. You might find yourself in the center. See, the mist is a divine mother. Gat will always be right next to her. That's why Peter tried to get to Mother Mary, and he was stopped by Rhoda or Rose or the road portal at the gate. Because Gat and the gate. Now, my twin flame, for any of you that know about twin flame or twin souls, her name is Rhoda. Now, if you go to Exodus chapter 24, you're going to see Rose and you're going to see Gat. I've already shown you that. This stuff is metaphysical. It's not saying, hey, look at me. That's how the fallen angels felt. Because God appointed them to such beautiful stuff, but they got high-minded. That's why I don't come on camera, and that's why I don't play the dumb shit. And that's why I tell you what God expects of you. And then if I don't see you doing it, I know you're probably on your way to hell. Because you're already being disobedient. You're being just like the fallen angels. Because God specifically tells you what he wants or she wants done. Now, for you to still be in third dimensional, picking and choosing and all that punk shit, you won't be talking to me. Because I don't need your energy coming nowhere near me. When them lightning bolts start hitting, I don't want God to maybe hit me by mistake aiming for your ass. Either you're obeying God or you're not. And I've given you everything you need to know what to do. Now, if you're still confused or something else going on with you, then that's between you and God or you who's ever going to be burning you in hell. I could care less. I've done my job. When I see you obeying God, then I know I'm dealing with somebody. Because anybody can say, hey, listen, I'm a man or woman. Hey, I'm a woman of God. Hey, listen to this email. Now, I just had somebody yesterday shoot me, wanting me. I did respond. I always respond nicely the first time. Boom, boom, boom. And let them know why, okay, this is why I won't be talking to you again. Now you know where to go. Now you know where to start. Then the dude hit me with 2 more, and I don't know what he's going to hit when I go to the other email, when I get there. He might have some more. And if he does, he'll be going on block. We're not playing this silly game. Either you want to obey spirit, and I've shown you how to do it, or you want to keep playing stupid. I don't do stupid. I'm a highly intelligent person, ordained minister of God, highly used by God, and I know who I am. I know my self-worth and God's authority. Other than that, I'm a piece of shit from New Jersey. So 743 is something from God. 7. Hell is the 7th day. I keep telling you that Sabbath is going to get you in hell. That's why Jesus didn't celebrate it. 4 is the number of angels. And 3 is the end of the captivity of God's people. The end of the captivity of God's people. They rise early just like Jesus did on the 3. We're getting ready to get out of here. And 3 is also, you could say, well, I say, for me, 3 is, well, yeah. When you say God the Son and God the Mother, that is your fat her. So that's your father. God the Son and God the Mother is your fat her. So that's 2. And then the Holy Spirit. See, that's Mayat and Isis. Mayat was Isis. That's why whenever they get ready to talk about the destruction in the Bible, they talk about the balance, they talk about the weight, and we just found out that the bag is also the weight. So that's all Mayat. So that's your 3. 520 is what I keep trying to tell you. 520 is what I keep trying to tell you. Hell opened up on 520. And God continues to confirm it. You see 520 again to let you know he's serious. May 20th. And then 520th. Now, why did I save this? I didn't save this. Listen, I didn't go, hey, 520, May 20, let me save it. No, this is why I saved this. Okay? Because when I have time, I look at this stuff. I don't always have time. But if you notice, there was no astrology answers for today. Otherwise, you would see it. And it would say something like anything after 12 a.m. Because anything after 12 a.m., that's what you're going to see, numbers. But you shouldn't be seeing numbers for a p.m. p.m. should say yesterday's date. For anybody that's understanding what I'm saying. So that 7:43 p.m. should not be there. It should say May 20th. Because this is from yesterday. So why is it saying we're not in 7:43 yet? Now something might happen around 7:43 the guy's trying to tell me. I don't know. And again, this could be supernatural, it could be spiritual, it could be anything. A war could break out, anything could happen. This is why I'm going on record telling you this. So the only reason why I say this astrology answers Cole your daily Leo horoscope, because I don't have one for today. Astrology answer didn't come to me yet. And since I didn't have it, I saved this one because this is the one I'm going to have to use to click into that date. But it should click me into the 21st. That's why I saved it. So this is lined up from God. I didn't line this up. I only lined this up because they didn't give me. But this is God. So again, we don't have time to play games. That's why I'm not going to play games. If you want to be like Lot's wife, you want to stay third dimensional, then you're going to get what Peter got. Why do you think in John 13 he kept going Simon Peter? And then Simon Peter was resistant. Don't wash my feet. It was Simon Peter. You have to make sure you watch that video I did on John 13. This is why I'm telling you. You might be playing games with God. I'm not playing games with God. I know when God is speaking. I know when God's about to do something. Okay? So you have John 13, which I'm telling you, read it. Take your time and study. That's, to me right now on my channel, that's one of the most important videos. And there's a whole lot of important videos on my channel. Not because I'm arrogant, but because I know God's talking. But John 13, you really need to read that. Because Simon Peter is that salt that Lot's wife turned into. Simon Peter is these fake phony frauds that have they're either in cahoots with white supremacy or they have been deceived by white supremacy. And they have been deceived so much that when the Messiah was trying to save them, Peter's going, no, you won't wash me. You'll never wash me. Okay, well, then you're going to burn in hell forever, Peter. Then he said, oh, wash everything now. So that's where some of you guys are at. I've been telling you constantly what God is saying. And I continue to get back third dimensional mentality. But you say I'm mean. No, I'm not mean. You're whatever. You're one of those people that are trying to play God out. You ain't going to play it not over here. Because if you really were what you say you were, if you really were looking for the truth, you'd be obeying God. And I've shown you all that through constant videos. So if you want to roll them dice, go ahead and roll them. But let me tell you, you better make sure you got the mother, and you better make sure you got the son, especially since you've been on this channel, because I've shown you how to do it. Once you're shown how to do it, and you continue to do it your way or with a European way, because that's where all your Christian religion in this country is from Europe. Caucasians from Europe, they gave you a religion. And anybody walking around, and that's why it's funny, even a lot of these so-called Hebrews, even they still give you a Caucasian interpretation of the Bible. But you're a Hebrew. Why aren't you tapping back into who you are? That's silly. So that's why when they use the Apocrypha, I think that's what it's called, that's good. But you still got to be careful. But at least you're showing signs and not just falling for what white supremacy taught you. Because that's why they say Simon Peter. Simon is leprosy. This is why you have to study the John 13. That's leprosy, which is Bible symbolism for white supremacy, which has been used to subjugate God's people, which will take you into World War III. That's why, if you notice, Trump is gun-ho. A lot of you guys don't know when Trump became president, his first day, his inauguration, he wanted the military to set tanks out there, and they wouldn't do it. That's how gun-ho he is for war. That would have been the first president that I know of that had military tanks the day he got inaugurated. And that's why people keep comparing him to Hitler. He's ready for war. And that is going to take you to World War III, which is going to take you into hell. That World War III will be the first war where God is actually right there picking and choosing who's going to hell for eternity and who's coming up. Because the ascension has already occurred. When World War III starts, the ascension, everybody's already going to heaven. So anybody in doing the Great Tribulation, it's a good chance you ain't coming up. Because if you was coming up, you would have came up with the ascension. And it's going to be hell on you. God's going to make sure it's hell because you stayed disobedient all that time. That's why I said anybody listening now that's continuing third dimensional, you're going to be like Lot's wife. Because she ain't want to leave, she ain't want to listen, and she finally got struck down with that white salt. That's white supremacy. And then it gets trampled on. Because Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, the salt gets kicked out of the temple without, and then gets trampled on. And that trampling is the feet of the priest. And the feet of the priest occur during the Great Tribulation. And that's why Jesus was trying to wash Peter's feet, to clean them off, because you're disobedient. And that's why you made it into the Great Tribulation. But I'm still a priest. And that's why Jesus put the apron on. He put whatever they called that. Just study John 3. It's right there in front of you. But make sure you read what I'm telling you. Otherwise, you're just going to read it and keep getting the same silly stuff. And you don't know what the hell's going on there. You better find out what really went on there. Because I can guarantee anybody that does do it, you're going to find out. And you're going to see a powerful presence of somebody that was there the whole time. But the Protestants hid it. But I show you what she was saying and what was going on. This is not a joke. You'll either walk in the spirit or you will burn in hell. And again, on this channel, if you want to expect something from me other than what you've already gotten, which is unbelievable truth, then you better grow in the spirit. Because otherwise, in my eyesight, I see a traitor. I see somebody that's doing the same thing Lot's wife did. Disrespecting God. He's going out of his way to save you, and you keep being third dimensional. So you won't be talking to me. And if you ain't talking to me, I'm the one that God sent. That should already tell you something. You ain't talking to God either. And your ass will be burning in hell. This is Get. God bless.